and gentlemen, welcome back, and today we're going to talk about an amber-drenched, woody oriental fragrance with a tantalizing and delectable heart, and that's going to be Noir Extreme by Tom Ford. Now, this is part of the Noir line, which is part of the designer side of the Tom Ford's house, and as you know about Tom Ford, the name doesn't really mean anything. So if it says Noir because he already launched Noir Eau de Toilette, and then the year after that he launched Noir Parfum, I believe, and then in 2015 he launched Noir Extreme. Now they're all different and they don't smell anything like each other at all. They all go in a separate ways and they're their own fragrance. Now, a lot of people say this smells like an Indian dessert, which is kulfi, which it actually has the kulfi accords in here. And it also is a cardamom bomb. So if you're into cardamom fragrances like La Nuit de l'Homme, you will definitely love this fragrance. This fragrance gets a lot of compliments and it's a very classic fragrance. So with that being said, this fragrance was launched in 2015, and the nose behind this fragrance is Sonia Constant. So I hope I'm not butchering the name. And I think she has created a beautiful fragrance. This is one of the most beautiful gourmand fragrances that I have smelled and put my nose on. Now, smelling the bottle and from the initial spray, right off the bat, I get warm and spicy. It's very inviting, it's very sensual, it's very seductive, it's woody, it's amber, it's balsamic, it has vanilla in it. I get a lot of cardamom in this. It's powdery, and it has that kulfi vibe about it. It has that kulfi accord in it, which smells like the Indian dessert, as I told you guys earlier. Now, since we already God, it smells so good. I cannot stop smelling this. Since we already talked about the accords of this fragrance, let's talk about the notes of this fragrance. The top notes of this fragrance, you got mandarin orange, you got neroli, you got saffron, which I get a lot of saffron in this. You got nutmeg, I definitely get nutmeg in this, and you got tons of cardamom in this. Now, cardamom is very popular. It's used in a lot of popular fragrances such as La Nuit de l'Homme and Noir Extreme. So you can imagine that it definitely makes this fragrance a beautiful fragrance. Now, the middle notes, you have mastic or lentisk, which it's a very interesting note. It's a Mediterranean shrub, which has a resiny type of a smell to it, which they obtain that from the branches of this shrub. And the resiny smell has this type of a pine oaky smell to it, which I really don't get it in here because it's blended so well, but that's what it says it has in its middle notes. Now, it also has rose in it, which I don't get. It has jasmine, it has orange blossom, and it has kulfi accords in this, which I totally get the kulfi accords in this. Now, as far as the base notes, you get a lot of woody notes in this. You get a lot of amber. You get sandalwood just to round this up so it's not too feminine. And then you get a nice dose of vanilla in this. So the dry down on this, it's gonna kind of go towards the vanilla side of the fragrances. So that's as far as the notes goes with this fragrance. Now let's talk about performance and longevity of this fragrance. This fragrance performs really well because it has all those heavy notes in it. It lasts on my skin easily 6 to 7 hours, and after that it becomes a skin scent. Now, as far as the performance goes, because, as I said, it has those amazing strong notes in there, it performs really well. It grabs attention. It's one of those fragrances that I should say, when you walk into a place, it demands your attention. This fragrance is for a man with no restraint and dares to be extraordinary. This is that type of a fragrance. So as far as the performance and longevity goes, I will give it an 8 out of 10. So let's get to sillage and projection. This fragrance, the first 3-4 hours projects great. It does 3 feet to 4 feet. So if you're getting into a car with someone, again, be careful with the trigger. I would probably carry an atomizer with me, and right before you go into a party or a club or a date, I would spray it outside and you'll be fine. Now, as far as the sillage goes, it has, like I said, this gourmandish vibe about it when it lingers around, and people tend to love this. It has this cardamom, beautiful smell to it. It has this luxury vibe about it. So the sillage is gorgeous, and you will get a lot of compliments. So projection sillage, I will give it also an 8 out of 10. Now, let's get to compliments of this fragrance. This is a compliment monster. Again, this falls under the category of La Nuit de l'Homme, those type of fragrances. So naturally, you will get a lot of compliments. Girls tend to love this fragrance. Ladies love this fragrance on a man. It has the classic luxury vibe about it. So this would be great for dating and going to clubs, which we'll get to it in versatility. But as far as the compliments goes, like I said, ladies love it, and guys will definitely ask you constantly, what is this that you're wearing? So for compliments, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Now, let's get to versatility of this fragrance. This fragrance is not a versatile fragrance. You will not be able to wear this at work. You will not be able to wear this to school. This is a dating type of fragrance. This fragrance is very romantic. It's very seductive. It's very sensual. You can wear this to a date, or you can also wear it to a club, actually. It will do great for clubbing as well. So, and as far as the seasons goes, I would say you can only wear this in fall and mainly in winter, because it's a very strong and heavy type of a fragrance. So spring and summer, definitely stay away from this fragrance. It's too strong. So as far as versatility goes, I will give it a 5 out of 10. So let's get to the uniqueness of this fragrance. Well, this fragrance, like a lot of other fragrances, is trying to play that gourmandish type of a vibe, which there are a lot of fragrances out there. They're trying to play that tiramisu type of a gourmand style, or coffee, or apple pie, or cherry pie. So this one is trying to be the kulfi dude, and it does great, actually. I think that it totally smells like the kulfi Indian dessert. So for that, I would say it's pretty unique, but again, it belongs to the gourmand type of a fragrance. So I would give it also an 8 out of 10 when it comes to uniqueness of this fragrance. And also the DNA is being played out. I mean, this fragrance is pretty popular. A lot of people wear this fragrance, and so it doesn't make it that unique anymore. It's one of those fragrances, just like La Nuit de l'Homme, like everybody knows about it. So that's why it won't get that much of a point for me, even though if we would go back in time in 2015 when I just got it and I would just smell it then, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10 as far as uniqueness goes. But now I would definitely say an 8 would be a good number for this fragrance. And I think the DNA is getting played out with this fragrance. So that's it, you guys. That's all I have for Noir Extreme by Tom Ford. And we get to the end of my video. If you guys like my videos, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and push that notification button so you don't have to look for my videos, so it automatically notifies you. And if you own this fragrance, please let me know what you think about this fragrance. I would love to hear what's your take on this fragrance. So please go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section. And that's it, you guys. That's all I have for you. And hopefully see you guys soon with another video. Peace and ciao. Bye.